Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things. Are you watching, Dammy?
I am.
Knitting. I wanted you to see. I learned the knitting sign.
Oh, that's how actors who haven't done their research pretend they're knitting on stage or a screen.
Oh. No, but you got to do it. You had the fingers, the crossed and the knitting. So, sorry. The multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting cross stitch. There's not a cross stitch. You just sew. And geeky. I'm Cece.
I'm Dammy.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Thursday, the 8th. I don't know how to do October yet. Of October.
Do just
2020.
do OCT.
There we go. 2020. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. Oh, wait, which way do I go? Left hand to the right for me. I suck at this. Oh, my gosh. Look, let's make our own hearts.
No, make your own heart and then just let go and put it to the side. Ta-da.
It's still wonky. We love y'all. Gotta love feeling not on track this morning. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. If you've already been through this little bit of madness with us. So Dammy is back with us this week. Dammy is with us every other week. And I'm with you always. I didn't mean that to sound creepy, but it was. I'm with you repeatedly. Whenever we have an episode, I'm here. And if you're wondering about the sign language, I'm back in school learning to be studying to be an ASL interpreter. So I'm learning all kinds of new signs. So like knitting and cross stitch. Okay, well, we have quite a bit to cover. I have a whole pile over here, Dammy. So we probably should get started. Here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
You have something on your needles?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I've got a sewing needle right here. I'm fixing a sweater that I've needed to fix for a long time. Sorry.
I was like, oh, did you start on Hallie's hat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
What's on your needles?
I just thought you had and hadn't told me. That's why I was like, oh. In my Nerdbird Makery bag, I am working on a pair of socks for myself. I'm calling these my Hello Pumpkin socks. It's from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern that you can get on javapearldesigns.com on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And the yarn is Pandia's Jewels Snug in the pumpkin spice colorway, and X-ray and fingering in the semi-solid Battleship colorway. So I hadn't finished the sock last week. I don't think I had finished this last week. So sock 1 is done. And sock 2, look how far I am. And the Progress Keeper, is it okay, facing the right way? There we go. Oops, this way. Is from Ann Tudor, a cute little pumpkin. I had a virtual conference on Friday and Saturday all day, and so I got a lot of knitting done while I was in that conference. So, yeah. So I need to get these done, though, and get started on birthday socks for my bestie Katie, whose birthday is at the end of the month. I will get there. It'll be all right. If they're late, it's okay. Life. Okay, that's the only thing I have active on my knitting needles. I have an FO to show you, and I have photos to show you that I promised you last week. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished project.
But first, I want to show them because last week, Dammy, I told them about that Rebecca and Lou had gotten their socks. And I told them about like the videos from Rebecca, but Lou hadn't put hers on yet because Lou is a toddler and it was bedtime. This is the story from last week. But after I finished recording last week, I got photos from Rebecca of Lou and her with the socks on. So I've been putting them on the screen for you right now as I've been talking. So Lou was so excited to have matching socks with Mama, and yeah, they're just so sweet, so sweet. So I had promised them that I would show them pictures, Dammy, last week when I told the story. So that is, I was like, this is the good place to put it since it is finished projects. So yeah, so if you're new here, I had knit surprise socks for a friend of ours, Rebecca, who we met while we were in Scotland, and for her daughter Lou, and yeah. So the other thing that I finished this week is this week's preemie hat. This is number 40 for the year, Dammy. Shears flying and dragging all in one fell swoop. When I think that I've knit 40 preemie hats this year, the year has flown. When I think about everything else about this year, it's dragged. Does that make sense? Okay. So this is my 40th preemie hat for the year. It's from my top-down preemie hat pattern that you can find on our website, javapearldesigns.com. It's a free pattern. I used US 6's 4mm needles, and I used Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted in orange and Bernay Cotton Tots in the strawberry colorway. Can you hear those birds?
Yeah.
I think they're taunting Pink because she's like.
It sounds a little bit like a frog.
No, it's birds.
Like they're not like disruptive. It's just like, oh, there's noise.
Yeah, well, they were really loud for a second there. So I didn't have very much of the orange left. So what I did is I made the pom-pom out of the pink and orange together, and then I did a just a little color work every other stitch where I would normally put a solid stripe. So that used up all the orange. And so there we go, number 40 for the year. Oh, and I forgot to say, so this month is actually my and Dammy's birthday month. And so what I decided for this month is all of my preemie hats are going to be pink. It's my favorite color. Not that you can tell today. I have no pink. Well, my glasses have pink and my hair is pink, but yeah. So there we go. Finished that. And I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. Dammy.
I'm mending a sweater.
Which sweater is it?
It's the tan cardigan.
Oh, the one that had the little hole up in the
Not so little.
the big hole?
Yes, that one. I'm fixing it so I can wear it to work later today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's all.
Your school schedule. I understand. I'm taking one class and it is kicking my, I'm not saying the word because we are a family-friendly podcast. Yeah. Which you will notice that my crafting progress is going down as well because of school. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you is in my sparkly project bag from Tilting Planet. This is Baba Black Sheep by the Prairie Schooler, which was a gift from Michelle Bindi Stitchy. Oh, speaking of Michelle Bindi Stitchy, I'm gonna remind me, Dammy, in Yummies to talk about the auctions. So the pattern is from Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She gifted it to me. I'm putting up on the screen right now where I was last week. And here is where I got during this week's Stitch With Me, which is not a lot of progress. So this fabric is 18 count Ada, dyed by Erin the Two Martini Stitcher. She gifted it to me. And obviously I changed the floss colors. That's a lot more true to color right there. But in this week's Stitch With Me, it was actually on my 43rd birthday on Sunday when I recorded it. And so I told you 43 things you may or may not know about me. And it was hard to... Pink, where did you go? So we had a little interruption there. Somebody was trying to get the birdies outside.
Oh.
Were you trying to get the birdies? Look, it's Tammy. She can't hear you, so.
Well, put the headphone in her ear.
Okay, talk.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I don't think she likes that.
You hear Dammy and not sure where they are? Look, there's Dammy right there. Say hi, Dammy. Okay, say bye, Dammy.
Okay,
Sorry about that. I was talking and then all of a sudden it was like, I heard this just like scratch, kind of like nails against the chalkboard type thing. And I think she was trying to scratch at the screen door at our patio. So what was I saying before that, Dammy?
it was difficult to...
Oh, that's right. I was talking about my 43 things you may or may not know about me. It was difficult to like read these off the paper and follow the pattern and stitch at the same time. If it had been something where I was just like stitching back and forth on a straight line, but I wasn't. So there we go. Dammy, you will be thrilled. I started working on your birthday present again.
Ooh.
Dammy's birthday is Tuesday. It's all right. This is in my Outlander to Better to Sleep project bag from Stitch Toolbox. And I am working on, if I can get to it here, the Cats and Mandalas February pattern by Kitty and Me Designs, Pamela Kellogg. And I am using fabric from Bestitch Me. It's a 28 count Lugana in the Artemis colorway. Is that right, Dammy? And I've got a snippety by Caddy Cross Stitches to hold your floss. Although it does not hold the Krynic, the sparkly one, Dammy, very well. It tends to fall off because it's not the regular texture of floss. And there's a magnet under here for your needle and your scissors. So when I last showed you that I was working on this is where I was at. And here is where I'm at now. I can't see what I'm showing you. There we go. So I just picked it back up last night, and this is really hard when you're like mirrored on the screen and all of that. I worked on, oh my freaking gosh. I worked on this part right here last night. So, yeah, I'm working on it. It will get done eventually. I think because you want them all finished in hoops. So what I think I'm going to do when I go to get the hoop for this one is to go ahead and get 3 so that they're all the same, because I have 2 other patterns that are the exact same. They're just the different months. So that way I go ahead and have all 3 so that they match versus then, try to get one later and it not match. Oh, and the needle minder was from Gecko Rouge. I have a cross stitch FO, Dammy. So this is the RBG freebie by Michelle Bendy Stitchy Designs, and this is a 14 count cream colored Ada. I did modify the pattern. I did not put, so underneath the happens one step at a time, Michelle charted RBG's initials and birth and death years, and I decided to leave that off and just move up the bottom. I don't know how I'm going to finish this, though. I've had a couple people suggest bookmarks, but it's big. It's probably about 2.5 to 3 inches tall and about 8.5 inches wide. So it's a large piece. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it. But I really love it. And I used EMC Etoile. I can't remember the colors. It's in my Instagram post if you want to know the colors that I used. So I finished that. And then the last thing, as always, is my Edinburgh Castle by Tara Luna Stitchery in my project bag from Knit Run Dig. Let me show you what it looks like. Here we go. This is Edinburgh Castle by Tara Luna Stitchery. And I am using Pattern Keeper software on the Kindle Fire 7. My needle minders are from Top Knot Stitcher, and the grime guard is from Crab Shack Stitchery, as well as a snippety by Caddy Cross Stitches. And last week when I showed you this,
27,200 stitches.
Yes. And I just realized that you're not going to be able to really see much of anything because I had to move it on my Q-snap last night after I took the picture. But here's where I'm at now.
Ooh, colors.
Yes, lots of colors. And I about threw it out the window this week. I'm now at 28,000 stitches out of 265,824 complete. I'm at 10.533% complete and still at 5 out of 60 pages. So I thought I was being brilliant, and the colors that I had used in the previous column down here, I parked them into the next column. And then it was a bloody nightmare. It took me 3.5 hours to do one 100 stitch square. Where normally I can do 100 stitch square in, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on how many colors there are in it. So my plan of attack from here on out is going to be, well, I mean, up here where I'm still just using, just a few colors, I'm going to keep doing it 10 by 10 squares. But then what I'm going to do where all these other colors are down here is I'm going to do one color at a time and stitch all that's left in the column in that color, and then do the next one, and I'll stop at 100 stitches and then go back and the next day do the next colors and 100 stitches and still get my column done. I was so fresh. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that mess right there? I was even having trouble getting my needle through in some places. I was not happy. I was not happy at all. So, yeah, so we're going to try this new system and hopefully it'll work. I also ordered, and they'll be here today, and I'll show y'all next week, but I was watching Erin, Two Martini Stitchers FlossTube from this week, and she had these, oops, so sorry, I bumped my tray. She had these, they're called reusable twist ties, but they're silicone with magnets in the end of each of them. And these spots right here where the needle huggers are struggling to hold this whole mess of fabric, those hold the fabric in. So I'll show y'all next week what they look like and what I mean. But I ordered some as soon as I saw them on Erin's episode, and they're out for delivery today from Amazon. So I will show you that next week. But hopefully that'll help some with my with all this fabric. Like, I mean, look at all that fabric there, because this is a huge piece. So obviously it's 265,824 stitches. So okay, that is everything for this segment. I don't think we have, I do have something cross stitch in Yummies, so stay tuned. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Tammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So like I said, my birthday was on Sunday. So I got some birthday loveliness. One thing was this hand-painted postcard by my friend Yuko of Honeyberry Studios. She painted it and sent it to me, and it's beautiful, and I'm going to hang it on the wall. I wish that it hadn't gotten marks up there. It's okay, but it was sweet. And Dammy gave me this beautiful card.
You like all the meese?
Yes, it's like it's not just a printed
it's
thing.
3D.
It is.
And it's covered in glitter.
And there was a cat inside that I was supposed to kiss 43 times because that's how old I am.
Yeah. I used 2 Halloween stamps on it.
Yes. Yes. So there was those. That was lovely. And then yesterday in the mail, this parcel came, and I was expecting a couple of parcels, but I was not expecting this parcel. And it was a box, and it was wrapped in sunflower wrap. And I opened it, and there was a little bit of like grittiness inside it. And I was like, what in the world is this? And so I opened it, and this was the first thing I saw. This beautiful birthday card. Sunflowers are my favorite flower. Right up there with the Gerbera daisies. And it is a lovely, lovely birthday note from my bestie Katie and her family. And the next thing I opened, or the next thing under it, was a box of matches. And under that is this candle. It is pumpkin souffle soy candle. Daddy smelled it last night, and he was like, "Oh, I like that one." This is from livewellinc.com. And the other thing in the box, the thing that I was feeling that was gritty, is a succulent. I already had this. This is a glass like cat candle holder, and this doesn't sit all the way into it, but that way it's not sitting in water, but it's pretty. And I sent a message to Katie, and I was like, I love it. I hope I don't kill it, because I have a black thumb and kill plants.
I told you how to take care of it.
I know, but I always am afraid. I'm like, oh, it feels a little dry. Should I water it?
No.
I kill plants. You guys, I don't know how many plants I've killed over the years. There was care instructions in the box. So hopefully I don't kill it. Hopefully I do not kill it. Next thing was a sweet card from my friend Michelle Bendy Stitchy. And she sent me this cute kitty cross stitch kit. It's adorable. Cat in Heart. So I think what I'll probably do is do this once I finish Baba Black Sheep on my Stitch With Me's.
Yeah, cats are in my heart. Word.
Cat in my heart. So there's your cross stitch content. And then again, my friend Yuko, Honeyberry Studios, released her 2021 wall calendars, and I bought a bundle of 3 so that me and Dammy and my friend Mel could have one. But she sent me this sticker, Dammy. Did I show it to you?
It's pretty.
Yep, it is pretty. So here is the 2021 calendar. Kindness is your superpower. We're going to flip through these because they're beautiful. January, look within. And it's just got the month printed down there at the bottom. February, no rush. March, I give myself permission to fill in the blank. April, stay curious. I love that one with the kitty. May, give yourself grace. June, kindness is your superpower. July, the other shoe may never drop. August, you are stronger than you think. September, it's okay to not have all the answers. October, take a nap. November, be the light. And December, you are loved. There was 3 kitties and 3 different pages of kitties in there. There was 4 kitties. But this is available on Yuko's website, honeyberrystudios.com. She ships so fast. I just ordered this on Saturday, and it came yesterday. So it's 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches size. So you should get one. Yuko's art is amazing. The thing I love about Yuko's calendars is once the month is over, you can cut the calendar off and it can be a beautiful piece of art. So that's what I have done with her 2020 calendar. I have to figure out where I'm going to put the 2021 calendar pages though, because there's a wall by Dammy's bedroom that is almost full because that's where I've got the 2020 pages hanging. So I will have to figure this out. So, okay. And then the thing that I told Dammy to remind me to talk to y'all about is Michelle's auctions. So Michelle, Biddy Stitchy Designs and the Biddy Stitchy FlossTube and all of that, does auctions every month or most every month to raise money for charity. And this month I have partnered with her to do because October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, which is something that is very close to our hearts. We lost 3 of Dammy's siblings to miscarriage, and even though it's been a lot of years, it's still difficult. And I want to say right here, if you or someone you know is going through this or has gone through this and needs someone to talk to, send me a message. I'm happy to talk to people. That has been so healing for me, being able to talk about JT and MJ and Noah. So so this month we are doing the Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep charity, which is an organization that volunteers to take family photos for families who've lost babies. That way the family can hold on to memories despite not being able to hold on to their babies anymore. And we sent a lot of things for auction. And this week, one of the things that we sent is a shawl that I knitted. So it's the Inner Peace shawl by Joji Locatelli, hand knit by me out of Pandia's Jewels and Suburban Stitcher yarn. And then the other things that are auctioning this week are the Lizzie Kate Halloween Tingles patterns, a American Dreams lap stand for cross stitch, a DMS Crafty Vortex cross stitch project bag and needle book, and the flosses and finishing fabric and the pattern for Lindy Stitch's Beach Dance and It Is Kismet Stitches bag, project bag. So if you're interested in bidding on any of these, you go to Michelle's Instagram. She is Michelle Bindi. I'll link this in the show notes at ggkcs.com. And you find the posts and you follow the instructions to bid. She closes the bidding on Saturdays at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you're the winner, she works with you to make the donation to charity. The money does not go through Michelle's hands. It goes straight to the charity, and then your auction item that you won is sent to you. So she'll be doing auctions every week this month to support Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. So that is something that's, like I said, that's so dear to our hearts that I wanted to make sure and tell you all about it. So and there'll be other things that we've sent throughout the month. So stay tuned for that. So Dammy, do you have any yummies?
Well, I guess I can show these. Hold on.
Oh my goodness gracious. I know what Dammy's about to show you. I'm saying things about you.
Good. I got new friends.
Did you give them new names?
No, not yet. Got some kitties. Kitties. Got a deer. I got a little polar bear, and I freed his paws from his stomach because for some reason, even though the paws are they're not unfinished on the inside, they were sewn to his stomach, so I freed his paws.
Freedom.
Now he can dance.
So tell them what the names are, which is the reason I asked if you had changed the names.
This one is Polly or Polly, I don't know, because it's a polar bear. This one is Deary.
Deary.
Sammy, because it's a Siamese cat. And Tabby. It's a tabby cat. Yeah, so I don't know. They're from a site called Bellsy, and their whole thing is cutesy names. So penguins are called Pingy, and I think they've got a new stingray one called Stingy. So yeah, but I don't know. Oh, I forgot the best thing. The cats.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Would you put that in the show notes so that I can link to the site?
Yes.
So the name of this episode might have to be In Which I Freed His Paws. Would you type that since you're already in the show notes?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I think that is everything here. So let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. Hey, Dammy, what is it?
It is our weekly photo a day challenge. You look at
daily. It's our daily photo.
You look at the prompt for that day, take a picture later to it, post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
Yes. So October, obviously, with it being our birthday month, there's stuff around that. There is, traditional autumn stuff, and then just some of our normal stuff. So, Dammy, what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. You take a look at the prompt for the day. Do you know the prompt? Oh, look.
Color.
Color. spelled the British way. You interpret the prompt however you would like. We're very cheater friendly on this. Post your photos on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag GGKCraftyPad because that's how we found your photos and yours might get chosen. If you have a private account on Instagram, you need to make sure that Dammy's Doodles is following you. So send them a message, they'll follow you. Otherwise, we can't see your photos. So, yeah, so we're only choosing photos every other week now. So Dammy only on the weeks that Dammy's on with me. So, yeah, all right. Well, Dammy, we have a lot to talk about in the next segment because the July, August, September RAL ended. So we should go ahead and move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
During our little break, I got more coffee because coffee. Okay, Dan. How much coffee have you had today?
Just 1 cup. I'm getting one after we finish this.
Oh, okay. What have you been reading, Dammy?
So I've kind of put Ijeoma Oluo's books, You Want to Talk About Race, on hold. But I am doing a lot of selected reading for my theater lit and theory class. It's on race on the U.S. stage, and so I'm doing a lot of selected reading for that. I didn't put anything in from that class this week. Actually, we did read a full play. We read M. Butterfly by David Henry Hwang. I'll put that in the notes.
Okay.
I forgot. I literally read that last night.
Okay.
But then for another class, for play directing, I read The Language Archive by Julia Cho, which I thought was a really great play as well.
Okay.
I'm also reading The Glass Scientists, which is a webcomic by Sabrina Katungo.
I know with all of your reading for school, you are getting in 15 minutes a day.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You're getting in 15 minutes or more a day. Last week I had 120 vocabulary words to learn because I'm a student. What am I referring to, Dammy?
The now ended July, August, September RAL, and now the October, November, December RAL.
Yes. So this is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day, every day. I don't care what you're reading, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. In our Facebook group, which is at facebook.com/groups/GGKCS. There is a finish line thread. You post once and then you edit your comment and tell us every day how that you're reading. And that's for the seasonal, and then you earn entries into the year-long challenge by participating in the seasonal. At the beginning of 2021, we'll draw for 3 grand prize winners from all the entries, and you will get, if you're a winner, you'll get a grand prize. So, but as Dammy said, the July, August, September RAL ended. So first up, let's talk about people who read 88 to 92 of the 92 days. They all got a coupon code for $1.20 off a single pattern, as well as a virtual badge. And then we did, how many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4 winners of their choice of any of our ebooks. So Dammy, first, why don't you tell us who all read 88 to 92 of the 92 days?
I would love to. So we've got Alyssa, Andrea, Kathy, Denise, Diana, Jean, Julia, Rebecca, Rita, Roberta, and Silver.
Great job. So I used Siri actually and said, give me a random number between da-da-da and da-da-da. And so we have 4 winners of ebooks. If you are a winner of one of our ebooks, you need to go to our website, javapearldesigns.com, go into the patterns section and look for the ebooks image. Click on that and you'll see all of our 10 ebooks that are available. Figure out which one you want, and then send us an email at, what's our email?
GGKCS podcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Tell me your Facebook name in the email. Tell me your Facebook name and which ebook you would like, and I will respond to your email with that ebook. So, and you have 30 days to claim your prize, or you forfeit it, just like for any of our giveaways. So, Dammy, who are the 4 winners of their choice of an ebook?
They are Julia Z. I'm doing initials now for the winners, just to differentiate. Julia Z, Rebecca S, Rita LL, and Roberta B.
Great job. So again, email me with what your choice of ebook is. And then we also have a second section that is reading between 61 to 87 of the 92 days. And they all got a virtual badge. And then we did one giveaway of a single pattern. So Dammy, first tell us who finished 61 to 87 of the 92 days.
They are Amy, Jane S, and Reby.
Good job. And okay, for the single pattern, if you're the winner, again, go to our website, javapearldesigns.com, click patterns, and then you can go through all the different sections and figure out which single pattern you would like. Email us at
ggkcspodcast@gmail.com.
Tell me your Facebook name and what single pattern you'd like, and I'd email it to you. So, Dammy, who is the one winner?
Amy B.
Congratulations. So, again, Julia Z, Rebecca S, Rita LL, and Roberta B, tell me which ebook you would like, and Amy B, tell me which single pattern you would like. And congratulations to everyone. And so everyone, for the year-long challenge, everyone that finished 92 days got 10 entries into the year-long challenge grand prizes. People who finished 88 to 91 days got 8 entries, and people who finished 61 to 87 days got 5 entries. And we're not going to read those names again because we just read all those names to you. So, and just a reminder that if you read all 366 days this year, you get 10 bonus entries. And if you complete the Modern Mrs. Darcy 2020 Reading Challenge, you'll get 12 bonus entries. It's an all or none. You have to do all the prompts. There's a link in the show notes as well as in the Facebook group to that challenge. And we will open a thread in the Facebook group in December for you to post your Modern Mrs. Darcy entries, books that you read. So. Okay, I need a sip of coffee. That was a lot. But thank you to everyone who's participating in the RAL. We really enjoy it, and I love seeing what you're reading. I've been inspired by some of the things you're reading to read and all that. So, okay, let me tell you what I have been reading this last week. First up, I finished reading The Body Is Not an Apology, The Power of Radical Self-Love by Sonia Renee Taylor, which is very good. I enjoyed that. I'm currently reading for the LGBTQ faith book club that I'm a part of that is for both people in the LGBTQ community as well as allies. Signups are closed right now for that, but they'll reopen sometime in 2021. I think at the 6-month mark, Amber will reopen if people are interested in joining. But this month for October, we are reading Beyond Shame, Creating a Healthy Sex Life on Your Own Terms by Matthias Roberts. And Matthias is also the host of the Queerology podcast, which is a very, very good podcast that I highly recommend. And he's actually from Seattle. So that's really cool. So I'm reading that for the book club. I finished reading, I don't remember what podcast I heard about this on because I listened to so many, y'all. But this woman's story just was really intriguing. And so I was like, I kind of want to read her memoir that she wrote. So I read Hiding Out, a memoir of drugs, deception, and double lives by Tina Alexis Allen. And she's an actress now, but holy crap. There was a lot of stuff, major trigger warnings for alcohol, drugs, sexual abuse, rape, the gambit. Like all the trigger warnings need to be on that. So she didn't start being an actress till she was like in her 30s. So, and then I just started reading the Complex PTSD Workbook, A Mind-Body Approach to Regaining Emotional Control and Becoming Whole by Ariel Schwartz. So I'm reading that. And then fiction-wise, I'm continuing to reread the 5th book in the Harry Potter series, The Order of the Phoenix, along with the Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast and Switch and Flick and All Potter podcast. This week was the first half of the chapter Occlumency, which is the chapter where Dumbledore tells Snape that he wants Harry to learn occlumency, and so Snape is tutoring him in this, and it's a mess. So, and then I finished reading book 1, and I read book 2 of the Sacred Dark series by Mae Peterson. Adult content in these books, but the premise is that this man has the ability to take people's memories, like they can offer that, so that they can live life without whatever trauma has happened. But there's also fantasy. It's a very fantasy world, and just all kinds of stuff. So I read those. And then I just started last night, and oh my gosh, this book is so good. I cannot wait to finish reading it. It's called Forward Me Back to You by Mitali Perkins. And it's a YA book. And kind of the premise is there's 2 main characters. One is Kat, and they're both teenagers, but she is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. Is that what I don't know if that's the word they use, but she participates in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is just an amazing student and all this. And she is assaulted by a boy in school. So there's trigger warnings for this one as well of assault, as well as sex trafficking and sexual abuse and all of that. And she's able to fight him off, but her mother decides that it would be best for her to go live with her best friend's great aunt for the remainder of the school semester, and because she's having nightmares and just really struggling with life. The other main character's name is, well, that's what they call him, is Robin. You come to find out later that that's not the name he prefers, but he was adopted from, I believe it was Calcutta. I think that's right. And has just struggled with identity and kind of always being the sidekick and not being a very good student in school, but is an amazing mechanic and loves working on cars. And they meet at a church youth group, small group meeting, and they end up going together along with their youth pastor as well and another person in the group to, I think it's Calcutta, to work with this organization that is dealing with sex trafficking. And it's really, really, really good. And I'm really looking forward to getting back to it and finishing it and seeing how it all plays out. But I'm very, very impressed by it. So, okay. And then we finished watching Psych 2, Lassie Comes Home. So we finished our full rewatch of Psych. We watched seasons 1 and 2, which is, I don't know if there's going to be more seasons, but that's all that's out right now, of a TV show called This Close. It is rated TVMA, so adult content, language, sex, all that. But it is written, produced, and acted by two actors who are deaf. And one of them is Shoshana. I can't think what her last name is. She was in Supernatural, which is how I came to know of her. But in the show, they're best friends and dealing with relationship issues and work issues. There's trigger warnings for sex and alcohol and drugs and all of that. But this month is, I think it's National Disability in the Workplace Awareness Month, or something like that. And so BBC America on their website has 3 TV shows related to that are free to watch this month. And This Close was one of them. So I watched that. We are rewatching season 1 of Monk. Oh my gosh, I love Monk so much. I had totally forgotten because it's been so long since we watched it. I had totally forgotten some of this stuff. So we're rewatching that. I'm watching season 1 of Switched at Birth. I think I'm almost to the end of season 1, which also has an ASL component to it. One of the main actors is deaf, and so I'm watching it, just trying to immerse myself more in the deaf culture, and also expose myself to more signing and such as I'm back in school for this. Watched the series finale of The 100. I'm glad it's over. Jumped the shark. Done. I mean, yeah, it's done. It's over. Moving on. And then season 4 of The Masked Singer started, Dammy. And already who's been kicked off is, hold on, let me see. I can't remember who's been kicked off. But for the first time, somebody unmasked themselves and decided not to continue. So, where is it? Okay, let's see. Here we go, season 4. I don't want hosts, I want contestants. Okay. First week was Busta Rhymes. The second week was Mickey Rourke. He's the one that unmasked himself. So, what are you doing, Pinky? That's Mama's chair. I have my desk chair at the computer so that I can edit. And she was behind the chair, and instead of like walking around it or whatever, she 1 foot at a time climbed over 3 of the legs of the rolling chair. Yeah. And Supernatural is back. It's on tonight. I cannot wait to watch it. Oh, I think I said last week that I was gonna rewatch like the last 2 episodes prior, because it was supposed to be over already, but then COVID and all of that. I need to do that before I watch, because it's been so long. I need to remember what happened. So, and then listening to, of course, my favorite murder podcast. David Tennant does a podcast with, this week was Elizabeth Moss, who was in West Wing and Handmaid's Tale and just all kinds of things. Unlocking Us with Brene Brown podcast, the Evolving Faith podcast, which is fantastic. And that was actually the conference that I attended over the weekend. And if you are interested in it, you can still register for it, because we have access to all of the speakers, everything. It was all recorded, and we have access to it, I think, till the beginning of April. So if it's something that interests you, you can go to their website and look at it, see who spoke. It was amazing. So amazing. I'm so grateful I got to attend that. And then for me, random Spotify playlists. What about for you, Dammy?
Kevin Fisher, Spotify.
All right. You don't get TV time, really. So, all right. Well, that is everything for this very, very long segment. So I think we should move on to the next one.
And now we're going to talk about our September, October, November artistic autumnal owl.
Yay.
So this owl runs from the 1st of September through the 30th of November. It's for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, spin, stitch, or sew that you can convince us is related to autumn. There are a couple main rules for this owl. The first is that your project cannot have been begun before the 1st of September and can be finished no later than the 30th of November. The other main rule is that each project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin must be at least 20 yards. If it's not at least 20 yards, you need to group it in a single comment and thus a single photo in our Facebook FO thread, and that will count as one entry. For stitching and sewing projects, leave it up to your best judgment.
Yes.
You can feel free to polydip in other longs as long as it fits in with other rules. Please complete our Google form in order to help us make sure you are receiving a prize that you'll actually enjoy using. Because we've got cross-stitch prizes, we've got knitting prizes, and not all people knit or crochet, not all people cross-stitch. So,
yep.
Speaking of prizes, we are going to talk about them right now. If you would like to donate a prize for a future owl, you can email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. You can start.
Okay. First up, we have stitch marker sets made and donated by Julia of Pandia's Jewels. One is Labyrinth and one is Frankenstein. 2 winners will each win a random set.
And we've got an orange camper bag by Art by Anna that was donated by Rhonda.
We have a copy of Just Cross Stitch, Volume 37, Number 5, October 2019, which has lots of great Halloween and autumn patterns in it.
We've got a copy of the Hildy's Brew cross stitch pattern that was donated by Michelle Bendy Stitchy.
And we have, yes, and I've stitched it and it's lovely. And we have a zipper pouch and mini skeins donated by Hillary that I really want to keep. So if it doesn't get awarded to someone, it's because I kept it. I'm not going to keep it. I'm just joking.
Sure. So thank you so much to our prize donors. And as I said, if you're interested in donating for a future owl, you can email us ggkcspodcast@gmail. You must be a member.
Stop. You didn't tell them that if they want to see bigger pictures.
Oh, if you want to see bigger pictures, you can tune into the first podcast of every month when we show them to you on the screen, or you can go to our show notes, ggkcs.com.
Yes.
You must be a member of our podcast group on Facebook in order to participate, facebook.com/groups/ggkcs. There's a hashtag if you want to tag posts on social media or anything, GGKCS Autumn 20. The Facebook FO thread will be locked for comments on the morning of the 1st of December, and winners will be drawn for the next podcast. After that, and any winners always have 30 days from the day the podcast goes live to claim their prize or they forfeit it.
Yes.
There's also a chatter thread in the Facebook group where you guys can chatter if you want. And I'm going to give a shout out to people who finished projects in the past 2 weeks. They are Andrea, Britt, Emily R, Emily VS, Jane S, Linda, Lisa, Monique, Sarah, Silver, and Tracy.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects. You have just under 2 months to get them finished and posted, and you might be a prize winner. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeks, the part of the show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
Yes, what is this week's question, Dammy?
This week's question was originally asked in 2015. Lucy asks, I have a question for both of you. How do you knit? Are you pickers or throwers? Have either of you ever done anything to deliberately develop your knitting technique, or do you just take it as it comes? I am considering trying to modify my own. I am a thrower and keep wondering if I'd knit faster and with less strain on my hands if I picked. I am a thrower. I know how to pick now, but I don't want to mess with my gauge. Your turn.
Okay. Well, as you can see right now, when I'm knitting on these 9-inch circulars, I am a thrower. For everything else, I am a picker, or what it's more known as is continental knitting. I did purposely learn how to continental knit. I was a thrower when I learned how to, when I taught myself to knit from the big box kit, I learned throwing, which is also called English style. I wanted to learn how to knit continental because I had also heard, you can knit faster and less strain on your hands and wrists. I picked up the knit stitch of continental very, very, very easily. Purling kicked my butt. It was not until someone at Knitting Group recommended I check out Norwegian purling that things clicked. I did that, and that is how I knit and purl everything other than the 9-inch circulars. The only reason I continue to throw on these is because since there's such small circumference here, it actually ends up putting more pressure on my wrists trying to knit continental style on these, which I don't need. So I throw on these. Everything else I knit continental. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you are interested in learning how to knit continental and the traditional purl technique doesn't work for you, check out Norwegian purling. It was a game changer for me. So, all right, Dammy, what should somebody do if they have a question for us?
You can leave it in the YouTube comments or post it in the comments of our Ask the Geeks thread in our Facebook group.
That's right, and we will answer it. There has not been a question yet that we have not been willing to answer, so ask away. All right, let's move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of the show, Dammy.
Yay!
It was a long one. We had lots to talk about. All that jazz. Okay. We'd like, let's see. Oh, one thing that I wanted to tell them is, so I have a doctor's appointment in Seattle. Can't remember. I think it's 2 weeks from today. But because of the timing of it and such, Dammy and I are not going to be able to record together on that episode, which is one that we normally should record together on. So you're going to get 2 weeks in a row of just me, and then you're going to get 2 weeks in a row of both of us. So just FYI, that is upcoming. Also, my 2 new patterns that I'm going to be releasing will be releasing on the 30th of October, whatever that Friday is, the 30th. So we'll show them to you in the podcast episode that we record on I think it's the 29th. And then when that goes live on Friday, the patterns will also be available for purchase then. Mm-hmm. So just FYI on that stuff that is upcoming. We'd like to say thank you so much. We love all of y'all so much. Okay, let's see if I can do this. See,
Stick out your thumb.
There, I did it. I don't know. It's because it's my left hand. You're using your right hand. So right hand, I can do it with no problem. But it's the left hand and the mirroring and the whole, all that jazz. Okay. Thank you to everyone who supports the podcast / FlossTube. However it is you do, watching supports us. We're grateful for that. But especially big thank you to those of you who support us financially, because it does cost money to do this. The money that we earn goes for mostly shipping prizes, but also sometimes purchasing prizes, technology behind the scenes, all that jazz. So if you'd like to support the podcast financially, there's 4 ways you can do that. First is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives, and you earn rewards based on the level you donate at. I just sent out Patreon rewards this week, Dammy. So nice. If you were expecting them, that went out this week. Dammy, if somebody wants to know more, wants to sign up, where should they go?
Patreon.com/GGKCS.
What's another way?
There is a PayPal button on the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
Yes. We are affiliates with bookshop.org. Each week we create a list on Bookshop of all the books we talk about in that week's episode. Bookshop is an online bookstore with a mission to financially support local independent bookstores. If you purchase a book from our shop, we earn a commission, and local independent bookstores also earn money. you can go to bookshop.org/shop/GGKCS to see all of our lists. And finally, we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our website first, click on the appropriate link in the sidebar or at the bottom of the show notes, do your shopping as normal. We earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you'd be doing anyway. Dammy, why don't you tell them where they can find us online?
You can find us at ggkcs.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online, our Facebook group, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Patreon, Instagram, etc.
Yes. If you are joining our Facebook group, make sure you answer the 3 questions. What's our cat's name? Pink or Pink Pearl. Second question is who's the mama, Cece or Dammy? Cece, that's me. Third question is read the rules and agree to them. And then we'll let you in. We're just trying to keep spammers and all that jazz out of the group. If you honestly don't know the answers to the questions, you can say that. Because we had somebody recently who is a new viewer and didn't know the answers. That's okay. Just tell us that. We're just making sure that it's not, again, a spammer trying to join the group. Okay. Well, you and I both have schoolwork to do. All that jazz. I need to get the podcast done. And so we're going to go. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend ahead. Thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. They meant so much. And I'm just so grateful for each of you and taking the time to tell me happy birthday. Don't forget Dammy's birthday is on Tuesday. So make sure and make them feel special. Send the love. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Stay hydrated. And all the other things. Until we see you again, happy crafting. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
What's in this cabinet? What's in this cabinet? Oh my goodness, Papa. What is this? What's going on? What is this? What is this? Do you know what's in this container? What's in this container? Okay, Bubba's gonna put them in your bowl. Bubba's putting it in the bowl. Here they come.
All right, Pinky. Here we go. Here we go.
Treats in your bowl. Because you're a good girl. Do you like those treats that Dammy got you? Yeah, those are good, aren't they?